Code Pursuit is directed by Hans-Peter Moland and stars Liam Neeson, Emmy Rossum, Laura Dern, and among others. And this is apparently a remake of a film from 2014 called In Order of Disappearance. It was a Norwegian movie. And this movie tells the story of Liam Neeson, who plays a guy who's living out in the Rocky Mountains near Colorado. Or in Colorado. Yeah, in Colorado.
Kielski, Colorado. It's Kielski. It's 3 hours away from Denver.
Yeah, and he plays a father who, as you see in the trailer, his son ends up getting killed by these guys that were into cocaine and all that, and basically he goes on a revenge to get him to avenge a son, and I'm gonna leave it at there because that's pretty much the basics as the movie.
It really is basic.
Now, as we were saying, this movie was a remake of a Norwegian film, 2014, which I didn't even realize. But from the trailers, I kind of got interested because knowing that Liam Neeson plays these kind of movies ever since he's been in Taken.
And it's always January.
It's always early in the year. He always plays these type of roles where he's always playing, the hard edge type guy going after these guys.
Revengeful.
Revenge type thrillers.
Yeah.
Which this movie was like a cross, looking from the trailers alone, it looked like a cross between like Wind River and like Taken if his daughter if his kid actually died and he had to get revenge on him.
Yeah, it was like a serious tone, but then that music playing the
Don't Fear the Reaper.
I was like, okay, this might be serious, but
But it started playing the way the trailer went along. It was playing more of a dark humor. I was like, it's supposed to be a comedy.
Yes, I mean it was the later trailers that could start going. Well, hey, by the way, it's gonna be a dark comedy.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, and interested.
And I really enjoy Liam Neeson as an action star because over the last decade he's been playing these same type of roles.
Well, it's not only that it hit or miss on like whatever movie he does. I still enjoy the shit out of him and everything he's in.
Yeah, I mean,
a movie might suck, but he's always
great in it. And what also got me curious was also this film was. From what we also found out was that apparently this was Liam Neeson's last action movie he's doing. Like this they said that this and last year's what was it? The Commuter was like his last two action movies he wanted to do, and then he wanted to retire from action movies.
I wish he didn't go off. That wasn't quite a bang in my thing.
Yeah,
but upon seeing this film, I will say that while there's some things that's good, the movie's really hit and miss for me. It's I don't know. It comes off as it ended up being very like there at parts but stale.
Yeah, I got you. Like to me, I felt like I was entertained by it, but
there was some entertainment.
Yeah, but on a narrative standpoint, it felt a little too like more complicated than it should have been. Basically.
Yeah, I think what the director was doing is, by the way the movie is, the tone on the comedy, you could tell he's probably a fan of Shane Black, and he wants, I guess, like the way I got from the film, he wants to do something like Shane Black.
Yeah.
It's just like the direction with like, Liam Neeson. I mean, there's some too serious shit going on for them to do that. I mean, he loses his son and that brings in the story.
Yeah.
That should be emotional.
Yeah.
It was like he struggled, like he was pressing too hard.
Yeah.
He was trying too hard. Like if you want to be your idol, and then you overly do it.
You overdo it. Like kind of last year when Shane Black did Predator, how the tone was a little...
Well, Shane Black is Shane Black.
Right, I'm just saying
himself.
Well, I'm saying
this guy was a fan of Shane Black, yet he was trying to do that, but you could tell he was doing it too hard.
Well, with that being said, with what he does, like the humor that's placed in this movie is... had me cracking fucking up.
I will say the humor... All right, we'll get into our pros. The humor was fucking funny as shit. I mean, it's weird. It's totally weird, and I'll get into my cons on that.
Yeah.
But for the humor, he did very well. They did very well with the humor. This shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I had me rolling, especially toward the end. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, my side was almost hurting.
Yeah.
But my other biggest pros I have is, once again, Liam Neeson, he's always awesome. In fact, this is probably one of his most, brutalest shit, because he beats the shit out of people in this movie.
To be honest with you, everybody was pretty doable and
Yeah.
good, you know.
The villain was hit and miss.
Yeah, the villain plays... All right. This movie is very strangely toned. Very strange.
Well,
very,
yeah,
very
it is.
strange.
Well,
I can't really go into detail, just to avoid some spoilers and stuff. But no, that ain't a spoiler to bring up that this movie is batshit fucking weird.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like the Nicolas Cage cool movie, batshit crazy. This movie's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it's trying to do, and I'll get into my tones. But, yeah.
To go into some of our other pros, I will say also the cinematography. Love the fucking Colorado look, the way it's all the snow and shit.
I like the little village town, too.
Yeah, I do too.
I'd like to live in something
I
like
loved
that.
a lot of the way the shootouts took place, and you see all the various ways that Liam Neeson's killing these people.
One of my pros also is I love the brutality.
Yeah, it's fucking gets brutal as fuck. Especially there's actually a couple parts where like Liam Neeson like goes berserk and actually kills his victims in various different ways.
Yeah, well, I like that part,
but also it was brutal.
Not like the brutal scenes, like the part where he's punching one guy. And it goes into fucking detail.
Yeah, you
God
see it.
Damn, man.
It's like, damn.
He smashed his fucking face right the fuck in. I was like, damn.
And I also got into some of the other, like stuff that was... Yeah, so the action, the way it was set up, and a lot of the shootouts toward the end was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But... And like we were saying, the comedy really is like my biggest strong point.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest strong point in Liam Neeson's. I'll get in my cons and something else, but yeah.
But this is now where we pretty much get into our cons.
All right, so now we're in our cons because there really wasn't much I could really like about it. It's not a bad film. The entertainment's somewhat there, but it's an extremely messy film. And here's where we get in our cons. All right, for one. This movie's tone, while I get that they were trying to go for a don't care type vibe, like, let's satire, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Batshit, have some fun. While I had entertainment at that, there's subject matter in this film that should have been serious, and it just comes off as very, it comes off as, like, very tone deaf. Like, you got a part where his son dies, no one's crying. In the next scene, it's like people are trying to be Shane Black. It's like you took something like that serious and then you put in like I don't know, one of Shane Black's funny comedy movies,
like Last Boy Scout. Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. If you did some shit like that, and to me, I thought the director didn't handle it very well on the mixture.
Yeah, the tone I felt was very off in a lot of scenes because it really felt like, okay, I'm laughing, but the scene before that, it was trying to really do something serious. So it's like, I can't really get it. I don't know how to feel this right now. I'm laughing, but I shouldn't be,
Another problem I have with this film is the editing. This movie is very, very choppy. There's a scene where a son dies, and they abruptly know and are waiting to see. And then there's a scene where, like, Liam Neeson showed up, the villain's boy and all that stuff. He just abruptly popped. There's, you feel like there's this choppy as fuck.
That also goes into play with... The movie I felt was a little too... Well, not necessarily convoluted, but they had, too much story that was... They bring all these different side characters along, especially these Native American groups that they bring in, that I felt was very underdeveloped because...
They abruptly came
in the movie, and then... There's this big all-out war that takes place, like a war and feud between these guys and the main villain, basically. Yeah,
the director tried to aim for something massive, but yet was very poorly done. Like, it felt like a fucking, like a straight-to-video movie.
Yeah.
But he was trying to build something because he was trying to add too much to it. And like you said, a lot of things are underdeveloped. So they just, you feel like there's missing pieces in the editing.
Yeah.
Because there's this jump, suddenly we know who this person is, so we're here.
Yeah.
It's, very messy. And another thing is, this kind of bothered me. While Liam Neeson, the main guy looking for, and all that stuff, that shit starts taking off quickly where he's starting to kill the dude's men. he goes missing for a while in the second half.
Yeah, because the second half it focuses mainly on the Native Americans
and the Native Americans
for a while, and that's where I kind of get into my other con. The villain, the main villain, the guy who plays the Viking dude.
Yeah.
He's hit and miss because I don't know what it is, but
he's a germaphobe.
Like, he's
a germaphobe that eats.
He's got some funny parts, but like
this is like I said, this movie is so fucking strange. This movie, it's kind of hard to fucking explain. It's like, I guess you could say I almost haven't seen something like this before, but yet I have.
Yeah,
it's weird to explain. And because there's just random shit fucking happening. Like, a guy falls in this little, like, they play like this little happy music, you know, and then they play Barbie Girl, and they're just, and they're like, you get this like long, which is another con I have, we get long drawn out scenes of random shit, and I don't know if the director wants to try to be, I don't know if he's trying to be funny, but like, there's a part where they're like, they go and see their son's body. So they have this guy, you know, pushing a button thing so that his son's body could rise so they can identify him.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, you can't identify him from the ground. They had the thing off.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we go a whole minute of him squeaking.
That was my biggest thing. The comedy there was a lowbrow for me because it was like, they dragged that. It's basically equivalent. Like, here's a good example. If you ever seen those episodes of Family Guy where they would have a joke run through the ground where, like, for example, if you remember that episode where Peter Griffin like hits his knee and he starts like a whole solid minute, 2 minutes, like imagine that for they do that a couple times in this movie.
Yeah, they did it like also where this other guy dies and then they're on like one of those like delivery trucks that lifts up the tail end so you can deliver shit in, like bring shit out.
Yeah.
And they fucking that whole fucking 2 minutes we watched this thing slowly moving up like
you didn't really. You could have cut that entirely.
And then there's another thing I gotta complain about. Some of the CGI.
Yeah. I did notice.
Well, like you said, one of my pros was the Colorado look. I'm from Colorado. They did very well, like on the nature, but then they kept fucking showing
where they drove in the
Oh wait, I'll talk to that about that in a second. But it showed the CGI of Denver. And it looked like a fucking thing from Walking Dead, like Lana in Walking Dead. It was like, all right, I'll get into another thing, but they show like 15 times Denver, the same shot, and it shows the car going there, indicating, it felt like a fucking episode where you're showing us getting to the place. Yeah. Did they really have to show us that how they're getting to the city? And the city and the waterfalls, like there's this waterfall where like Liam Neeson is hitting people and killing people and he's throwing them in this waterfall thing. Bad CGI, man.
I noticed that, but I was like, oh, it's starting to catch on now.
Yeah.
But going back to the other villain.
Oh, wait. The thing I wanted to bring up, too, while I was on that subject. One of my other problems I had with this, I felt like I was having deja vu with a lot of scenes.
Yeah, a lot of scenes were very rinse and repeat. Especially with them driving to the town.
To Denver.
Or back to the
or him doing the snow plowing. There's on him putting the color thing on a lot. Every fucking like scene he's doing that color thing, and I don't get what the fuck they're doing there.
Yeah, and then going back to the main villain, I don't know what it is, but this main villain, he already looks like he strangely looked like the dude from that Divergent movie, those Divergent movies they did, but it's not the same actor. But what's weird is that his voice, I swear I've heard this type of voice before. It sounds like he sounds like a cross between fucking Captain Hook from Peter Pan, that Pan movie, and a cross with like Tom Waits. Like his voice was just
there was a weird voice. And like I said, this film is really fucking strange. Like we get this outplay scene, and it goes all the way throughout the second half to the end of the movie, or no, 3/4 of the movie to the end of the movie, where this guy is one of the Indians is skydiving, is playing like this weird do 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 do, like it's like playing some weird shit. Like this movie is like all over the fucking place. It's yes, there's some funny shit going on, but yet it is fucking. It's kind of odd.
Yeah,
it's an odd movie.
It's hard to describe. It
is really hard.
It's like a movie that's
there's just random shit just fucking thrown in here. It's basically what it is. It's like this oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's just throw that in there. Fuck it. Yeah, let's just have some fun.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And like a lot of things don't make sense. And then it just abruptly ends weird for a movie. And then Laura Dern goes missing.
Yeah.
She just abruptly is gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Through.
Like,
just like there's a lot of shit that just it just feels like everybody it felt like 15 people directed this movie.
Yeah.
And everybody was given their own little part of ideas, and they said, fuck it, let's put it all together.
Just
hey, you like black comedy? Yeah, I'm gonna put dark comedy in mine. What are you doing? Action. Oh, hey, what are you doing? I'm trying to do like a sad story.
Serious story.
Yeah.
They put all three tones in one, and it just at times it really doesn't blend a whole lot.
Yeah.
Well. But
I don't care if you're trying to be satire or funny or whatever you're trying to do or not giving a shit. I understand that, but that doesn't give you a pass.
Oh yeah, but overall, with the entertainment that I did have with the movie,
somewhat entertaining.
Yeah, I will say that it still was a good time. So with that, I'm gonna give the movie just a average Joe on the Film Freaks meter.
Yeah, I'm on the same par as you, average Joe and Film Freaks meter.
Fair enough. For those of you who have also seen Code Pursuit, let us know in the comments below of what you thought about it. And if you like what you see here, you can feel free to like and subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other reviews here and on our website at filmfreaks.com. And we'll be seeing you in our next review. We'll see you later.
Later.